Hey guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and welcome to the final match preview for week 1 of the NRL finals series. And this one, it is of course the elimination final between the Canterbury-Bankstown Bulldogs. The team that nobody expected preseason to make finals, and yet here they are, and of course the Manly Sea Eagles. So of course, coming into this, of course, the Bulldogs, despite not a very good fortnight to end the season for the Bulldogs. It was a fantastic second half of the year to jump up from where they were at the lower end of the mid pack on the table, on the ladder, to pretty much at one stage they were within a game of the top 4. So it was very good effort by Cam Serraldo's men. Albeit they did have a couple of disappointing losses to end the home and away season. One of them, which was against Manly a fortnight ago. So pretty much. So of course, this is it's the Dogs' first finals appearance since 2016. Of course, since then they've had a pretty lean period there, and they've had a lot of star players come in their squad, like Josh Addo-Carr Josh Addo-Carr and Stephen Crichton. All these players came in, and now finally it's all coming together for the Bulldogs, and show why and prove why Cam Serraldo chose the Bulldogs to the coach, because remember, he was assistant coach to Ivan Cleary at the Panthers for the 2 years that they won. Or the 3 years, well, obviously they made the grand final, and 2 years they won the premiership. So you see, no wonder why the Bulldogs were it just proved Serraldo's choice was a great one in basically choosing the Bulldogs to coach. To be coach of. Meanwhile for Manly, they're arriving this with despite that win against the Bulldogs, they've entered this in a bit average form, losing three of their last 6 games. One of those was the loss to eventual Wooden Spooners in the West Tigers in round 25. So there's been 5 meetings in the finals between these two sides. 4 of them have gone to the Bulldogs, which included obviously the 1995 ARL Grand Final, which the Bulldogs ended up winning that one there. It's gonna be great to see. It's going to see how this game goes, and see if the Bulldogs miracle fairy tale season would continue. Which was not surprised. I said this pre-season in my ladder prediction video at the start of the year. You guys can go back and watch it, by the way. I did choose the West Tigers to make the finals, and yet I come back with a tail between my legs because they did finish the Wooden Spooners again. But I did say, I was choosing them and the Bull. I think I said at the time, I think it was either them or the Bulldogs that would go from bottom end of the table to go back up the table into top four and that sort of stuff. And they pretty almost did that, the Bulldogs. So I was wrong on that one, but I did choose the wrong team because I thought I did choose the Bulldogs, but I thought maybe it might be a bit unrealistic, but maybe I should have, to be honest. But yeah, so team news. Firstly for the Bulldogs, of course, the main news, obviously, that winger Josh Addo-Carr, he chose to stand himself down after being in some off-field troubles. He chose obviously to stand down, which was great of him because so he didn't want the club to be distracted on its first final series. So of course since 2016, its first final series in 8 years. So that's why he chose to stand down. But with him being out, though, three big ins for the Bulldogs. One being Bronson Xerri, the second one being Matt Burton, and the other being winger Gerald Skilton, are all back in back in the side. Jacob Kiraz, he slides in back in the wing. Opportunity to replace Addo-Carr after playing in the centre the last week because of obviously replacing Bronson Xerri because obviously due to suspension. Blake Taffy, he is obviously the 18th man, and Lippo Hopo is going to be in the reserves for the side, which we don't know at this point. Yeah, don't know that point. For Manly, the big in from a shoulder injury being one T Trbojevic, one Tommy Turbo Trbojevic. Yeah, he is back in the side after recovering from a shoulder injury, which means that Tulakua reverts to the centres. Tommy Talau, and of course, he goes back to the wing, and Clayton Falelo will be the 18th man, and then the others as well. Is in Tua Sipley. I say Tua because obviously the Tua Fufua Sipley. Well, I just gonna say Tua because that's short for that. It says he remains in the squad after it was trimmed back to 19 last night. Corey Weddle, Jamie Humphreys, and Gordon Chan Chum Tong are all are left out of the side. So let's get to the lineups here. Let's get to the team list here. So firstly, I'll go for the Bulldogs here. So of course, Connor Tracy starts off as fullback with Jacob Kiraz and Gerald Skilton as the wingers, with Bronson Xerri and the skipper Stephen Crichton in the centres. Matt Burton at 5'8" and Toby Sexton at half back. In the forwards, you got Max King and Sam Hughes as props, with Reid Maloney as hooker. Billy Kickow and Jacob Preston as the second rowers. Jamin Salmon will be the lock. And then on the interchange bench, you got Bailey Haywood, Curtis Moran, Harry Hayes, and Josh Curran on the interchange bench, with Blake Taffy being the replacement player. Then for Manly, you got obviously, as I said, Tom Trbojevic in his fullback, with Tommy Talau and Leo Leo Hopewate as wingers, with Tuati Kula and Ruben Garrick in the centres. Luke Brooks at 5'8", and the captain DCE as half-back. They've been Daly Cherry Evans, by the way, because you guys might know that, but you guys that don't know that. So yeah, of course you got Taniela Pasca and Matthew Lodge as props, with Lachlan Croker as hooker. Olakalatu and Carl Lawton, as the second rowers, with Jake Trbojevic as lock. And then on the interchange bench, you got Ben Trbojevic. So 3 Trbojevics are going to be in the side today. Josh Aloy, Ethan Bullimore, and Nathan Brown as been named on the interchange bench, with Clayton Fulero is named as the 18th player for the game today. So then you got the stat attack here. Of course, the Bulldogs have not won a finals match since 2015. So 9 years since they've won a final. The Seagulls have won 10 of their past 11 games against the Bulldogs. Then the Bulldogs have won 4 of their 5 finals matches against Manly, which I already covered that as well earlier. It's the big milestone for Manly. They play their 100th finals match today, which is it was a massive milestone for the club. And Bulldogs hooker Reid Maloney will play his 150th NRL game today. So very good there. So the match officials, the referee officiating this game is Grant Atkins. And as I said, the poor soul that is going to be in the bunker is none other than Ashley Klein. So Manly and Canterbury and Bulldogs fans, if there's a decision a harsh decision that goes against you, blame Ashley Klein. So yeah. But anyways, but yeah. So that is just about it really for this video. Really. So like this video, share this video to anybody who's a Manly Seagulls fan or a Canterbury-Bankstown Bulldogs fan. Comment down below. What are your predictions for this game? Do you or if you're watching this video after the game has happened, still comment down below your predictions and tell me if you got them right or wrong. I would love to hear those. And one last thing, somewhere down there, click on the big red button which is labeled subscribe. It really does help me out quite a bit there. But until next time, until next time, guys. Finally got that out. I'll see you guys later.